about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. I'm a small business owner. I bake cakes and help people have babies. I got a job at a reproductive health clinic. Like, this is very exciting. Now, this is a coordinator position. This is my week leading up to my start date. I'm so excited. It has been such a hectic last 2 weeks. If you guys don't know, I'm a 24-year-old single mom. I am the primary custodial parent. I'm the one who enrolls my son in school, pays for his childcare, gets him to his doctor's appointments, like, you know, all the crazy adult stuff. So since finding out I got this job, I had a 2-week notice to start. You know, obviously I could have started sooner, but because I do have a little one and I'm the one in charge of everything, that was like necessary to have these 2 weeks. I am going to be working an 8 to 4:30 job, which is really honestly exciting because it's in a field I'm genuinely so passionate about. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be something so new. It's in a different city, and it's honestly in an area in which I thought I would like never be able to afford to like really be in or live. And I have been talking about it for years, how much I love it over there. So today is a really exciting day. I am going to tour apartments in an area that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and I found some affordable housing over there. They're pretty recent builds, and I'm gonna be looking. So we are apartment hunting officially for this new era of my life. Yesterday we went to my son's new school. He has been in daycare since he was 10 months old, and then I took him out early this year, and we had about 5 months together where I just worked from home as my baking business. So as a baker, stayed home with him, did some homeschooling, and it was great for me to get that quality time with him. In June, he started going to a little church preschool at their summer program. It was not like the full day, and that has continued through now. This new place that I have for him is super fancy. It's an academy. We went and toured it yesterday. I can't even believe, one, that like I can even have him go there. It's bizarre to me, and two, that like they had immediate openings. It's just been a whirlwind and honestly such a blessing. I'm just so happy. And he really liked the new school. Like, it pained me to have to tell him he's leaving his preschool that he's been in for the last few months because he has a great friend there. But I spoke to his mom, and we're definitely gonna get those kids together outside of school. So I think that should be it. He really only has one best friend there. I don't think he'll really miss anyone else. I kept him out of his little preschool program yesterday to bring him over to the new academy to like look around and see it. And luckily he loved it. He's very excited to start. It is a great program. The curriculum is amazing. They have a really high rating on this accredited government website. A lot of programs do not rank as highly as this one does. So when I initially found it, I was like, oh, there's no way that this is even open. Like, their availability must not be regularly updated on their sites. There's no way that they have preschool openings last minute. And they did. Like, the way I'm so stoked. He's completely enrolled. I filled out all the paperwork, read the 50-page handbook. Like, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to be going today to go apartment hunting. Like, I have been saying to you guys all year, this is my year of transition, my year of discovery. I have been really like depressed and kind of just leaning into my own emotions and letting myself feel things and letting things organically happen. And I've been saying like 2025 is my year. Okay, so we're at the final quarter now that it's October. We're in the final quarter of this year, and I can feel everything working up to how amazing 2025 is going to be. It's really exciting. It's a great time, and I'm so excited today to be able to go and see this place that I'm in love with. I really hope I can move to. We just have a lot of new things and exciting things happening in life, and I couldn't be more grateful, honestly. And it's all because of me, honestly. Like, I killed that shit. Yeah, I'm just excited for this new era. I'm extremely low income right now. It's really hard funding a business with just the business money. Like, I've never had a loan or anything like that, no family money. So I've just really been struggling, and I do love baking and being a doula, but this position at this reproductive clinic is just gonna be amazing. I get to wear super cute clothes to work, kind of like how I did back when I worked at the salon. If you guys remember when I first started vlogging late last year and early this year, I worked at Dry Bar and I got to wear really cute outfits. So another thing, obviously, I've struggled with this year is how bad my depression has been. And I really think being on a good routine is going to help immensely with being able to regulate and control my moods. It's an exciting time. I just dropped Storm off at school, and on top of everything else, I'm also baking for a wedding today. Now, we already had a prep day previously, so it's just assembly and decoration of a cake. Tomorrow is the delivery, and I'm also getting a bunch of car repairs done before I start my job. So I have all of that scheduled for a Monday. You guys will come along with me as well. I am also excited about how this is going to change my content. I did some content planning the other day, and I'm really excited because I think that this will broaden the horizons a bit and kind of give us more stuff to work with, if you will. My content's been really repetitive and kind of copy and pasted throughout the year because it's been just a really hard year. Some weeks I feel like I really can't do more when it comes to like editing or special things that I'm doing in the week. And so with this and this new set in stone routine, I think it's gonna be awesome. Okay, I just have a really good feeling about it. I love that I have a good feeling about it. Yeah. Can we talk about how it's not natural that it's October and it's 85 degrees? Disgusting, ew. That's on fossil fuels. Oh my God, you guys are on a new tripod. Can you tell? This is gonna elevate my content so much, guys. This isn't even just a tabletop one. It goes up to like 6 feet tall or some crazy shit. I'm gonna have to get a car mount one and a gym mount one as well, because now that we're changing up my content, I would love to show you guys my fitness routine. That's obviously gonna be a while because I need to adjust to this new work schedule before figuring out what days of the week I can even go to the gym. I have so many little things to do as well. As you guys saw last week, I did a huge deep clean. That was in preparation for this new era of my life, so I don't feel overwhelmed by the clutter. I need to wash like my whole set of makeup brushes. Definitely go grocery shopping this weekend and get my meal prep started. I used to work a 9 to 5 before I started vlogging, and meal prep is basically what saved my life, and like that's definitely gonna help prevent burnout for me. So that's a necessity. It's kind of like a far-ish drive to this new area, so I need to make sure I'm responsible with my time. Now to talk about what everyone's been waiting for, I'm going to address what a lot of people have been swiping up on my story asking about, my little soft launch the other day. If you guys remember a few months ago, I was like in total disarray, and I'm bisexual, or I'm pansexual, but sometimes that confuses people, so I'm queer, like that's what I consider myself. And anyway, I was talking about how, one, I did a men's cleanse for 6 months of this year. From January to June, I didn't have sex at all with anyone. It was more of just like a sex cleanse than like a men's cleanse. And I just have a big issue with the way that men treat women in our society. I can't speak on anyone else's experience, but mine has not been good. So as you guys know, I've been super salty about it, talking about how they're banned. I was only gonna be seeing women, which I kind of did, but that did not work out for me. I've been struggling all year with a relationship and that I lost last year, that we had to end because we were in a really toxic place at the time. Not really the relationship, but like where we were both at emotionally was not in a place where you can really be if you want to have a successful and thriving relationship. Now, I've always had love for this man since we started dating at like the very beginning of our 1.5 year long relationship. And I kept it like very private as to why we broke up, because we share a friend group. I met him through like the art scene here in Denver that I still really like appreciate and want to be a part of. So I never like put any slander on his name or anything. And there's a reason for that. It's just because like, yes, I was angry and sad and hurt, but also like didn't want to just like paint him in the worst light ever, because I mean, deep down, I was obviously hoping that we would work it out eventually, and we did. We have. Listen, this doesn't mean it's like a magical happy ever after. There are some things that in the very beginning of us rekindling our spark were still a huge issue, and we are handling that personally in our own ways. Also, I've been using that rosemary mint hair oil. It's been 4 weeks since I got my hair done. Look at that growth. That's impressive. So we are addressing that privately, but yes, I went back to my ex. I know, and also my queer viewers are probably so upset with me because I was like,
that's it, I'm done. I'm just like only gonna be with women now.
As you can now see, That is not the case. That is not my truth. Sorry. This is just my own journey that I'm on. It's been a while-ish, but I've kept it low-key because so many changes are happening. Like, I've been dealing with this new era and prepping for it, and also just like other family things, and like my sister got married recently, so I actually kept it from my family for quite a while. I was really genuinely scared to tell my best friend because obviously he's helped me through this all year, and I thought he would feel like hurt or betrayed, but he actually didn't, and that went fine. So you guys are watching this before I've actually told my mom and dad, but I'm going to be telling them this weekend before this airs, because if they do see it before I tell them, that's going to be hurtful to them, because obviously I'm pretty open with my parents about just everything in my life. So I did tell them everything that went down with me and this man. But honestly, fake fans everywhere, because if my mom watched my last 2 vlogs, she would have seen LJ was in them, and she has not mentioned it and has not commented on my vlogs in months, since I low-key forced her to get a Google account just so she could subscribe to me. Just out of respect for my family. Like, I love my parents. They're very supportive of me and all of my endeavors. So it's just out of respect. I really need to tell them. And I just haven't been telling them because, one, it's great keeping things private. He'll definitely be on my channel, but I think that we're like keeping things just like, we'll just see how it goes, you know, but we're keeping things just how we are right now. Nothing crazy is going on. I'm glad he's back in my life. We were in a very, very serious relationship. Like, he was quite literally like my son's stepdad. We were seeing each other since my son was a year old. He's now about 3.5. And like, that was really hard. That was probably the hardest part of the breakup, was just like adjusting to like losing him and how close he was like with my son. That was really painful for me because I never want to disappoint my child like that. He hasn't been around my child now because, again, like I said, we're just like working on our own shit we have to deal with. It's more responsible of me to be mindful of my son's well-being first and foremost before anything else. So I'm not subjecting him to bringing my boyfriend back into his life again until we know we have everything good and set in stone. And everything is going great. It's going well, but we just, you know, we're being cautious, and he fully agrees with me on that 100%. And we're just working it out. Lost my train of thought, kind of. But I'm trying to embrace my natural curls so bad. I'm glad I got the color hair I wanted, but low-key lightening it did damage it a little bit, as, you know, we expected. So the ends are always super dry. So I'm adding some hair oil after that leave-in that I just put in. Shake it, just kind of lift it from the root. Okay. I'm also getting my flu shot and my COVID shot and an updated vaccine also that I need today, because I'm trying to just get all my health and wellness shit done, all my car care done, figure out where I'm moving, all that shit before I start this job. And we have about 5 days. So I'm gonna get dressed. You guys are gonna come along with me. I'm very, very excited. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel. I upload every single Monday. And hopefully, once I get back into this routine of my new job and having a 9-to-5 and managing motherhood and all that stuff, I would love to be uploading more often. I love vlogging, I love filming, and now that I have my boyfriend back around, that's gonna be very helpful and great, because he is a filmmaker and he is like great at filming. So I'm going to force him into helping me. Thank you, thanks baby. Come on guys. Literally right as I stopped recording, I put my body spray on and I just sprayed myself directly in the eye. I'm pretty sure on every label it says rinse thoroughly, but I literally just put mascara on. Oh no. Can I just blank it out? Oh, I wish I had eye drops. I only have nasal spray. Ah, I don't think that was good, but I didn't, it's not like I did it on purpose. It doesn't hurt that bad. My eye was partially closed. Do you think I'm okay? Wait, what if I start going blind in that eye and I was just excited about the new era of my life and now I'm dying? We just arrived. I'm so excited. I literally got here right on time. This area is fucking gorgeous, like absolutely beautiful. I'm already obsessed. I'm obsessed. What?
You were absent.
Oh, hey, sorry that I didn't record. The main reason then this keeps happening, my best friend is like not working right now and classes haven't started yet. So he will call me and we will be on the phone for hours. And I was on the phone with him for 9 hours yesterday after the apartment tour. I told you guys that I had 3 apartments to tour. Toured that one complex and was like, yeah, I'm moving here. So I canceled the other 2 tours and like that's what I spent a lot of the day doing. And then I applied and I was like already approved. So there will be more updates on that. We're in the process of that. But it's the next day. We're with my man. So we're gonna have like a fun little day. What are we doing?
We're taking a tour of the University of Denver.
Let's go, guy. Do you want to talk about it?
This is the piano lab. This is where you come and work on your music. You can plug in your laptop. It's very nice. I used to spend a lot of time in here, even though I wasn't a music student. Yeah.
Very nice. Yum.
Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks and different food.
We went and saw the Joker last night. Unfortunately, if I do say so myself, I gotta say it may have been a flop. Because I really hope Lady Gaga's not in her flop era because I love Lady Gaga and I really don't want to have anything bad to say about her. And it's not like I do. Like the cinematography, scoring, music, all those things were good. The plot line, the story, I feel like it was lagging. Like, I'm sorry, but I do. It's just my truth. I'm just speaking my truth. I just dropped LJ off at work. I'm working really hard to just wash my face. We got so tired last night that I fell asleep without washing my face, which is like unheard of because my skincare routine is so sacred to me. And then I had to drive into work. So now I'm getting ready really fast because my mom and sister are waiting for me at this really fun arts and crafts fair that they have in Littleton every year. It's just down the street from me. So I'm going to wash my face and run over. I'm getting really excited for this coming week because that's when my job starts. And I want to be really intentional about taking you guys along with me because it's very exciting. I had like a really bad mood swing this morning because, like I said, we fell asleep really early. Well, not early, but we fell asleep like right away after I had eaten dinner and everything. And my favorite hyperfixation meal like the last 2 months has been this fettuccine alfredo from Trader Joe's. And I fell asleep without putting it into the fridge. I was so livid. Just gonna change my shirt and we're off. And we're ready in the blink of an eye. No panties, no bra, beat up sneakers on. Walking over to the park, babe. Storm is obsessed with this house right here that has all of these Halloween decorations out. He literally remembers it from last year and he was only 2 years old. And this year he's been obsessed as well.
We need another flood.
Good morning. It is Sunday. I was actually supposed to see Kevin today and film another podcast episode. We are aware that it's been a while since the last one, but with this huge transition I'm having in my life right now, I had to just take a step back, take Sunday for myself. I obviously want to get this vlog up for you guys so that it's up Monday, do enough content planning so that with this new start of my new job, I still have things to put out for you guys. I thought I would kind of go over just like an update I have on the ketamine therapy. I've been talking a lot about it this entire year. I have exciting news. It's happening. It's going to be starting this week actually. So today is Sunday. I have my intake appointment on Tuesday, and then my very first dose is going to be on the 11th, which is this upcoming Friday. And we're kind of front loading the appointments in the beginning because the studies kind of show the more you do at first can promote the positive effects of the drug. So I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on that journey. I initially started reading about this form of treatment between like 6 to 9 months ago. It was actually even brought to my attention by my primary care physician because I went in for a checkup and was in tears about how stressed I am, how bad my OCD intrusive thoughts are, how I've been on medication for years and I'm not feeling any relief. And it was very validating when a medical doctor, which obviously, yes, I'm aware a psychiatrist is also a medical doctor, but bear with me. Primary care physician asked me, have you ever heard of ketamine psychotherapy? And I was like, actually, I have. I've read a lot about it. I've read a lot of testimonies in which people say it was a life-changing treatment for them. And she, before I had said that, she said, I have a few patients who have done it and it's been life-changing for them. So this was like a common thing I was hearing about it. And I ended up getting with a new psychiatrist at the practice I had been at because my current one at the time actually had to leave the practice due to like a family emergency. And I was really sad because I had this curse of finding a great psychiatrist and then them leaving their practice. And so I found this woman and, you know, just for my med management, I needed to see one. And then she was like, I will be gone in the month of June because I'm going to Barcelona to be trained under the pioneer of ketamine assisted psychotherapy so that I can get certified to assist in these types of treatments. And I was like, shut the front door, bitch. That's exactly what I want to do. And I expressed my interest in it. And so she went through the training. We had several meetings throughout the summer talking about like my type of insurance, my schedule, her schedule, how we could make this happen, hearing her testimony about her journey. I decided I wanted to see it through with her rather than a few people who she did suggest to me who could have immediately started this in June or July for me. But I said, I really love this connection I have with you and your experience with the ketamine assisted therapy, and I want to see it through with you. So she was in the middle of trying to get it into the practice that I've been currently in for like the last year. And obviously that's a very slow process. You know, you have to deal with different types of insurance. You have to make sure you have the appropriate licensure, like all that stuff. The time has come. It's happening. I expressed to her that it's almost a little bit anxiety inducing that my treatments are starting in the middle of not only this huge career change, but I did not anticipate that I would be getting this job. So I have orders, including 3 weddings throughout the month of October that I had to accept because that was my only form of income up until this upcoming Tuesday when I start this 9 to 5. So on top of that, and my son starting a new school and us being on like a crazy different schedule, I also have to continue baking for the whole month of October. And I'm also moving next month. So I was like, I've just been experiencing a lot of anticipatory anxiety. It's all exciting. It doesn't feel negative, but I'm kind of worried about this on top of it. And she actually said, this is the perfect time because ketamine assisted psychotherapy is actually used in treatment of adjustment disorders. So people who are having a hard time with like huge life changes. And so she's like, I think that this is really just so perfect. And I honestly agree. She's so thorough and so great. She literally called me after a 12-hour shift she had at Denver Health yesterday on her drive home. It was like an hour-long phone call just describing how she's going to be prescribing the medication. I'm going to be doing the rapidly dissolving tablets and just like the process in which we're going to go through. And she's just been really, really comforting through the whole thing, being very mindful of like seeing this through with me. Unfortunately, the curse has continued and she will be leaving the practice that I've been going to. I swear, it's like I find a great psychiatrist and then they leave, but I'm happy for her too because she's moving on to other endeavors. So we're seeing this through with each other. I have 4 sessions scheduled for the month of October. Then we will see how I feel. But all that being said, after initially learning about it and then bringing it to her attention and us having this connection over it that I just described, I have not read further into it. I struggle with severe OCD and intrusive thoughts, and I just know there are not always positive experiences with anything in the world. So I did not want to put negative experiences from other people into my subconscious in fear of maybe like infiltrating my own experience and experiencing bad anxiety like during the treatments or things like that. So I would appreciate if you are someone who's watching and you've done CAP and you've had either positive or negative experiences, you wait to DM me about it or comment about it on this video. On the next video you guys see, I will have already completed 2 treatments. So I'm gonna try to vlog those, by the way. We'll see what the practice allows, but I'll definitely be going in depth. So the next few videos, that's what we're gonna be talking about, along with my adjustment to this new schedule and my regular weekly vlog activities. So let's just wait to kind of have those discussions about it until I've done 1 or 2 treatments so that I feel safe. I already know the way that this drug affects me and things of that nature. So please respect the boundary that I'm setting with that. I intentionally am not looking further into it because I want to have my own experience. And I have even done the genome testing for my mental illnesses about, you know, what meds are good to manage my symptoms. And almost all of them I'm intolerant to. They were in either the yellow or red section. And if you're familiar with that test, basically you give the lab a buccal swab, and based on your genetics, a large panel comes back about different medications that could work for you to treat certain symptoms of mental illnesses. And mine was very irregular, very uncommon, that barely anything was in the green for me. And it really solidified and affirmed why I just feel like I've struggled my whole life. And I've just been honestly suffering and miserable for large chunks of it, because even when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and taking my medication, it just hasn't always worked. And it's because genetically it's not being metabolized and processed in me correctly, and there's no way to fix that. So this is kind of more of a last resort treatment that is now being discovered, and a lot more of those things are coming up, like ECT, TMS. Obviously I'm aware ECT is actually an old practice that they're continuing to now do and look further into and have safer measures with. But all that being said, that's why I'm doing it, because I just can't keep living my life like this. There's a toddler who lives above me. If you're hearing that noise, can't do anything about it. My new apartment is on the 3rd floor, so I won't have upstairs neighbors. But all that being said, I think another reason I've been doing so much better, and I truly believe why all these blessings are coming my way, is not only because of the hard work I've been putting into my life, but I have gotten back into intentionally journaling. And I did just want to kind of take you guys through my process. So grab a journal if you want to, maybe like a self-help book. I've also been reading the book Calm the Fuck Down. My dad got it for me for Christmas a few years ago, and that's been helpful as well. So I've been intentional about a few times a week reading at least a few pages or a few chapters from that book. And then about every day, I would say when I look back at the dates, it would be every 1 to 3 days I've been journaling. And I always start with a gratitude list, and then I do a page or 2 of affirmations. And I just, even if something doesn't feel true to me in that moment, I quite literally write it as though it's happening. A few examples I have is like, I've been struggling again a lot with my body dysmorphia, and just like I've expressed I have a lot of issues with like my relationship with food and eating and like exercise, and how I'm just always anxious about how I'm perceived. So something I'll write is like, I am confident. I do not struggle with self-image. Things like that to kind of plant the seeds in my mind that that is a thought that I can achieve, and a real true belief that I will feel at a point in time, even though it's not right now. Get out your journals if you want to journal with me. If you just want to like chill and listen, that's totally fine too. I always date it because I like being able to go back and like kind of see where I was at mentally at different points of time. So it's the 6th of October, and we're just going to start out with the gratitude list. Of course, I always say my physical health and my son Storm and his health. I'm definitely going to talk about how I'm so grateful of the new blessings I've received. Like, I just can't believe I got this job. It's just something so unexpected, and that I got him into a new school, so we'll say that. And by the way, this gratitude list looks very similar nearly every day. Like, new things come and go, but I always say that I'm grateful for like housing, and I'm grateful for my son. Like, those are things that are like common themes in here. I'm gonna add ketamine therapy is what I'm grateful for, because finally we have like it on the calendar. Like, this is seriously truly happening. Water, of course, which reminds me I need to start drinking it. Exercise, I'm actually about to go on a long walk after this. With moving and that whole transition, I'm actually moving to a place that has a really good gym. So I'll be canceling my gym membership. And I'm actually kind of in this new headspace of like, I don't really know if I want to continue with like this body pump and this weightlifting. I think I want to do like lower impact exercises and just kind of incorporate body weight exercises, more like Pilates-esque movements, along with just walking. Like I'm kind of like tired of the stressful workouts, just based on a few things I read about, kind of how they can like bloat your body or like heighten your cortisol. That's not something I need in my life right now. I'm grateful for my YouTube channel. Some of this stuff I'm not going to share, but if you do want to follow along with me, it's just giving you ideas. My family and their support. I'm so grateful LJ is back in my life. I just told my mom, by the way, I FaceTimed her and I dropped the bomb that I'm seeing him again. I was really anxious about that. I kind of just went ahead and added a few more things to the gratitude list. I'm going to go ahead now and start the affirmations. I'm confident. I am strong. I am capable. Everything I set my mind to, I achieve. I am patient. That's something I really struggle with. So that's when I write every single day, because it's on the forefront of my mind to continuously be working on my patience as a mom. It's so fucking hard for me. The universe is always on my side. Everything always works out for me, no matter how it feels at any given time. My finances are abundant. I am deserving of love. I deserve the positive changes in my life. I trust myself. I have meaningful relationships. I wrote a few more. If you're following along, those are just some ideas. And I just tried to do this every single day and read a page or two of my self-help book. It doesn't happen every day. Like I said, if I average it, it's probably about every 3 days that I do this in-depth journaling. But with my new schedule coming around, this is something I want to incorporate in the mornings right as I wake up, and just kind of start my day fresh. I also was kind of reading some tips on how to keep this like more positive outlook on life, and clearly, especially with the new schedule coming in, my biggest goal right now is maintaining my mental stability. And a funny tip that I learned was this one girl, if any little thing like gives her a spark of happiness throughout the day, she'll literally say to herself, "This is the best day of my life. This is the best thing that ever happened." It kind of keeps her upbeat. And then like she expressed like, then if 3 days later it's like I'm having a horrible fucking day, I'll be like, oh, like this is a bad day, but 3 days ago was the best day of my life. Like, to kind of keep that like upbeat momentum going. I'm gonna also start incorporating that as well, because I'm queen of like pessimism. Like I left my fucking noodles out on the stove the other day, woke up in the morning and noticed that I didn't put them in the fridge. Literally started crying and got back in bed. I was so fucking annoyed and so upset that happened. And I'm like, I literally said, everything sucks. Everything sucks. Like, bitch, take it back right now, because this is the reason we write this shit. The universe is consistently taking care of us. Like, we can't be saying things like that. So I'm working on rewiring my brain. I encourage you to do so too. I'm so excited for this week ahead. I hope that you guys are excited as well. I hope that you guys are going through new endeavors that are really exciting. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. I post most often on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow me over there. It is Sunday. It's a day to myself, so I'm gonna do chores as always. I'm gonna go on a nice long walk, probably bring my journal along with me, and I am just kind of gonna do like a thought dump. Aside from just like the gratitude lists and affirmations, it's also good to like get your thoughts and anxieties down on paper, because to me it like literally feels like cleaning out a closet or like the filing cabinets in my brain of my intrusive thoughts. This has been helping me with my anxious attachment as well. A huge reason my man and I like had a toxic thing going in the past has to do with my anxious attachment. And I was adopted as a newborn, and just the older and older I get and the more people I interact with in life and the more friendships I develop and the more relationships that end, I recognize how much of a toll that's taken on me throughout my life. And so I've become so aware of that I've been able to kind of get ahead of it and be like, oh, my anxious attachment gets me feeling like X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't want to go too much into that in this video, but something I did right for my content planning is making a video on my opinion on adoption, discussing my experience with open adoption, the repercussions of it in general, and just speaking my truth and stuff about it. So that's also something I've been coping with this year. Anyway, let's enjoy the rest of our day. Thanks for journaling with me. Let's go.
When I'm near you, when I'm taking you home, and you're calling out my name, that's when I see you, when my memories fade, yeah, my memories fade away.
So I'm just out here sitting at the park, watching the geese, watching the sun slowly set. First of all, my thoughts move so fast in my head. It's like exhausting. It makes me feel tired because it makes me feel like I ran a marathon because of the speed in which my thoughts are racing. But one that I'm having right now is that I keep imagining myself at the gym lifting weights and like a weight falling on my head and like crushing my skull, like breaking my nose and like breaking my face. Like I just keep seeing it in my head and I'm like, ew, please get out. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not pleasant. And I'm trying to have a pleasant moment. So that's quite invasive and I don't love that. Look how beautiful it is right now. Aside from the racing thoughts, I feel pretty relaxed. After this, I'm just gonna walk over to the store because I need to pick up some trash bags. And aside from that, I think I'm good.
When I'm near you, when I'm taking you